Hello and welcome back to Alan Wake, Lord of the Cake. When we last left off... Actually, the game will do that for me. Boom.
Previously on Alan Wake, Alice has been kidnapped.
Alan, please help me.
Alice?
You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife again.
I can't tell anyone except my agent Barry.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her. You're my best friend, and I'm worried that you're not right in the head.
The ransom is a manuscript I supposedly wrote that's coming true before my eyes.
It happened just the way it was on that page. So dark.
I have found only a few scattered pages.
I want the entire manuscript.
The deadline is in 2 days.
I found Mr. Wake's pages.
Good girl.
How the hell did she get her hands on the manuscript anyway?
I don't know. She's resourceful. I told you were too hard on her. Listen, I found out all sorts of interesting stuff while I was digging around.
Yeah.
Mr. Wake, it's Sheriff Breaker. We have an FBI agent here, Agent Nightingale.
FBI?
He's anxious to see you. You'd better come to the station.
Okay, I'll be right over, Sheriff. Let's make this quick, huh?
Help you folks? Name's Randolph. I'm the manager.
We're looking for Rose. Works as a waitress down at the diner.
Rose, sure. Nice girl. Who wants to know?
I'm Alan Wake.
The writer, huh? I heard on the radio you were visiting. Well, I'll show you her trailer. That Rose, she's a nice girl. Always pays her rent on time.
As I was saying, Al, I found all sorts of weird stuff from the local newspaper's archives. This place is crazy. Disappearances, mysterious deaths, urban legends come true, and, get this, most of this stuff takes place around Cauldron Lake.
Well, you ain't wrong, mister. The Indians thought the lake was a doorway to the underworld. I'm the God-fearing type myself. I don't hold with that sort of thing.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, there was an island there owned by a guy called Thomas Zane. Now, some of the articles I found about him make him out to be a famous writer, but I ran a bunch of searches, couldn't find a single thing he wrote. Zane was heavily into diving, so much so that the place came to be called Diver's Isle. But the volcano under the lake erupted in 1970, and Zane went down with the island.
Oh my. So we found Thomas Zane's books in the house that turned out to be a hallucination. Could it be that the evil spirit of Zane is what's causing all of this? Well, how?
Come on, mister. I'll take you to Rose's trailer.
Sorry, I was looking for coffee thermoses. It's kind of my thing. I'm a quirky writer, you know. But yes, I think it's looking like the evil spirit of Thomas
Follow
Zane.
me. It's not far.
Alright. That's another doodad from Half-Life 2, I'm sure of it. And you, sir, have a limp. I'd love to know the story behind that. Did Thomas Zane do it to you? Did his evil spirit do it to you? This is a nice place. You know, if it weren't all haunted and everything, I wouldn't mind living somewhere like this. Very peaceful. Ooh, checkpoint reached. Of course, there'd hopefully be an English equivalent. Wouldn't fancy going all the way to him, actually. I think that is in my plans at some point. Because the Americans...
Yeah, how about that? It was there in the morning, as if it had fallen from the sky. But it would take a tornado to lift something like that. We're damn lucky it didn't crush any of the trailers.
Yeah, Americans have better access to
Listen,
vanity
I got
t-shirts.
things to do. This place don't run itself.
Right, calm down, lad. What's going on here, then? Ah. Hot dogs. Hot dogs, woo! Randy's dogs are always open. Hot dogs, woo! But it doesn't seem to be open. La 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 la. That's when I sort of lose track of what the DuckTales theme actually is.
It gets better. A local girl, Barbara Jagger, drowned in Cauldron Lake just a week earlier. They were lovers.
Sure, Jagger's a local spook story. The Scratching Hag comes for you in the dark. Childish stuff like that.
I get.
Anyway, Al, I'm just getting to the best part. All of the articles about this stuff were written by Cynthia Weaver. I asked around, and she's that crazy bag lady you met.
What, the lamp lady? She can be a little loopy, but she's not homeless or anything.
Yeah, anyway, she knew both Jagger and Zane before they both died, and she had some kind of a breakdown.
I guess she didn't have the moves like Jagger. What's that? A can of some description. Suits me. Oh, when I said I'd like to live somewhere like here, I didn't mean a trailer park, obviously. I meant a place with trees, lake, very nice stuff. Then again, it'd probably be really bad to get a good internet reception in some kind of place. So perhaps I'd just like to live in a box right next to a giant internet mast. Such things don't exist. The internet is carried around via underground wires. Which means that if an overzealous roadworks bunch of people ever did something slightly wrong, you could find yourself without internet. Can you imagine such a hellish world?
Well, mister, this here's Rose's trailer. You mind me asking what you want with her?
We're just here to talk to her, pal.
We could have gotten here a lot sooner. Feels like we went a really roundabout way to get here. So, pardon me, we have an umbrella. No thermoses. Knocky knocky knock knock.
Welcome to... Oh dear, Mr. Wake. I'm so glad you're here.
Rose, you have my manuscript?
Oh. Oh yes. Yes. Please, come in.
This is the most suspicious thing ever.
Hey, this is really good. Rose,
Yes,
my manuscript. I really need it.
I understand. I know what you need. A muse to inspire you.
Oh, for Barry. She doesn't have anything.
Yeah, hey, Al? Al, what's... Oh...
Barry! What? What?
Misery time.
It's coming for you, hiding in my barber's skin. I'm too weak to stop it. You must turn the lights on.
I promised I'd come visit you and your lovely wife. You must finish what you started. I insist.
You must turn the lights on. Turn the light on.
Back to work, boy.
I felt nauseous, hungover. Only anger kept me going.
I can't tell reality from dream anymore, but it seems I have an imaginary editor to help me. She's an old woman in a funeral dress. I call her Barbara Jagger. She's very strict. I'm writing faster and faster. My manuscript is being heavily revised. The edits are getting very aggressive, and each day there's less of me and more of her. I hate it, but I know she's right. She promises me I can save Alice this way. She knows more of this than I do. About the complex incantation I'm attempting. About this place. She's worked with another writer under similar circumstances, Thomas Zane. The genre of the story seems to be shifting. It's turning into a horror story. I'm getting close. I can feel it.
Dear. So where are
Rose took a day from me. I had less than 12 hours left to meet the kidnapper. All I could do was get Barry into the car, work something out once I got on the road.
Welcome to the Oh Dear Diner. What can I get you today? Coffee?
I couldn't work up much hate for Rose. Something had used her to get to me and left its mark.
First refill is free. Milk and sugar on the counter there. Would you like to hear today's specials? Thank you. A nice day. Come back soon.
Barry was out of it. He was way too heavy to carry.
Maybe you're just way too weak, boy.
Right. I deserve more money. I'm so handsome.
Okay. It's a washing machine. We've got to stay away from that thing.
My
Ooh.
gun and flashlight were gone.
Fuck.
I'd have to find a way to get Barry into the car as quickly as possible. There was no time to waste.
Let's pick up this here page. Randolph calls the police.
Mr. Randolph liked Rose. That little smile she had. How she was still sweet when life had tried so hard to make her bitter. It wasn't any of his business what she did in her trailer. But those strangers, the writer and his smart-ass sidekick, looked like trouble. And they'd been in there for hours, way past her normal bedtime. He reached for the phone and called the sheriff's station.
Oh dear, we could be in trouble then. Well, no, we've done nothing wrong. What trouble would we be in? Right. Let's go get ourselves to the car before I'm attacked and murdered. Then again, I suppose if take a Dukem now, I have to find a light source. Is there no way for me to listen to this? Here we go.
I just stepped outside to catch a breath of fresh air. Let me tell you, the weather's getting heavy. Nights like this make me especially glad I'm here talking to you and not home in bed. Once the weather takes a turn like this, I can't sleep at all. It's all tangled bed sheets and dark thoughts, punctuated by the occasional plunge into nightmare. Is it just me? Well, perhaps it is. But I hope I can make the night a little bit easier to get through. Caller, you're on KBF FM.
Hey, Pat, it's Walt Snyder.
What's on your mind, Walt?
Well, I ain't the way you are, but, well, I can't sleep either, you know? I just been staring out the window here, trying to make sense of it all, but, I ain't been drinking either, you know? I just...
Well, you sound like a man with a problem, Walt.
I had a, argument with Danny, and, then I got in trouble with the law, and, I'm just, well...
I heard something like that, Walt.
Yeah, well, Danny's my best friend, and, they let me, bail today, and now I'm just alone here at the window, waiting. Man, and there's something in the air tonight, man.
I was just outside looking up at the sky above our broadcast tower thinking the same thing. What are you waiting for, Walt?
I don't know. Something's gonna happen. I think I better go.
Well, Walt, maybe...
No, thanks, Pat.
Well, good luck to you, Walt. Hang in there. Let's take a little break, folks. This weather's really something else, huh?
How can I be sure?
Okay. There's something in the air tonight. I think it's the darkness. So let's get ourselves to that car. Lickety. It just occurred to me the car is probably where I'll get my light source from. But it looks like we're going to get to talk to someone who isn't taken.
Oh, you're gonna get it now.
But what?
God knows what you've done to that poor girl.
This is Agent Nightingale, FBI! Get him up, Hemingway! You're under arrest! You move a muscle, I'll unload right in your goddamn face! Stay right where you are, Slade!
That's a bit aggressive.
What are? I'm standing right here, you goddamn maniac!
I hated to leave Barry behind, but there was no way I'd miss my appointment with the kidnapper.
Plus, you were just getting shot at, so... We've got to get away. I mean, I'd hate to drive those poor people in